Hi everyone, this is Mom Loves to Collect, and I attended my first Collectorfest in Coral Springs, Florida. Here we are walking in, so I'm getting an overview of the room. It was at the Marriott Hotel. Here is my favorite booth. It was the one that had the most Barbie dolls. And this lady was really nice. I met her husband and her mom, and they're like the sweetest people. And she had all kinds of dolls from vintage to modern. She had loose dolls, dolls in boxes, and she also had a lot of clothes. Oh, that one I wanted, but it was out of my price range. That one was so cute with the Gap sweaters or hoodies. And the clothes, she had like bins full of clothes and accessories. And unfortunately, I didn't get to film that part. But I did buy a handful of outfits from this booth, so I will show you those at the end. She had lots of pretty dolls. A few I already had. That's an old Live like set that she had there. It's got vintage furniture there as well. Lots of great stuff. That one I love, the Mycene, but she was 110. And unfortunately, a lot of the booths did not have dolls. I think there was maybe 3 or 4. And as you'll see, it's mostly comic books, action figures, lots of Funko Pops. Because this was a toy fest, not just a doll show. So I was disappointed about the lack of dolls. And then the 3 or so booths that I saw, oh, he was so nice, that did have dolls. They actually didn't have like dolls other than Barbies. Like they didn't have regular fashion dolls like say Rainbow High or big dolls like American Girl. I didn't see any of those. This booth was a lot of fun. It was all Polly Pocket. The lady had a whole bunch of vintage Polly Pockets. She was also very nice to talk to. And I don't collect Polly Pockets, but I think they're so cute. So I had to share those for those that like Polly Pockets. They had some mini backpacks. They had some anime and more action figures. And there's some comic books. Lots of comic books. Toward the afternoon, it started to get really packed, so it was hard to film around people, but I tried to do as much as I could. This booth was fun. It had a lot of toys. So yes, this booth had lots of fun vintage toys. Even Wonder Woman, but I already have her. I was looking at those McDonald's toys. They were so cute, but they wanted $5 for each, so I had to pass. But they had lots of really cute stuff. It was really packed when I was trying to film. I liked that Star Trek, but it was $75 for the set. And this booth had a lot of loose toys in bins and some packaged vintage toys. Labubu's there. I know people are into those. Not me, but I just wanted to show. They did have a few Labubus, not too many. Here they had a mix of like new and old toys. And this was one of the booths with Barbie dolls, but they only had a handful as well. They didn't have very many. It was sad, the lack of Barbie dolls. I did like that Grand Ole Opry set, but I think she said it was $75. They have some Gibbets, Pokemon cards, Star Wars, and lots of fandoms. I think anything and everything you might be looking for, you could definitely find it at this particular toy show. In this booth, you'll see a lot of handmade items. This lady is so nice. She makes everything, and her pillows turn into blankets as well. So cool. And those were $35. Oh, and her pillows were $35. And of course, some more Funko Pops. I don't collect these anymore, but there's always one or two that I might like. If I see it, I'll pick it up. Hunger Games doll. Here's a giant Woody. They wanted $75 for him. This booth is the other booth that had Barbie dolls. They also had Cabbage Patch, as you can see there. None of them were like in my price range, so I had to pass. But it was nice seeing them. My mom liked that little one right there, dressed in red and white. So cute. They also had a lot of Hot Wheels, some more action figures. They had Superman, dinosaurs, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Star Wars. Lots of fandoms, more Pokemon cards. I did not find anything in the Funko Pops. This booth was cute. He embellishes all these little animals and LPS and rubber ducks. These booths had lots of loose toys. I end up rummaging a little bit through this one right here, looking for McDonald's toys. But I actually didn't bring any with me. E.T. lunchbox there. Charlie's Angels from my childhood. They had a lot of nostalgia at this table. They've got some Star Trek, and up there, Pebbles and Bam Bam. Here's some vintage video games. Some more toys and Labubus there. I even met a wrestler, Beefcake Brutus, or Brutus Beefcake. I had no idea who he was, but I knew my husband would, so I asked him to say hello to my husband. And yes, I took my mini-me, so here she is. And these are the handful of items that I bought from that first Barbie doll booth that I really liked. These shorts my mom actually liked, so these are for her. I picked out this pretty butterfly dress, another butterfly dress. When I spotted this one, I thought, oh, this one will be perfect for part 2 of my cruise ship video. And then look, I found another nautical themed one, so I thought that was super cute too. Mini-me is very happy with this little shopping haul. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a blessed day. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.